still, yeah, I didn't hear what.
I said, I am still. Okay. And I know John from when? I remember him as a PhD student coming to GSI from Berkeley, with, sure. Yeah, very exciting, person. Okay. Now you have seen the Romanian LHC.
Yes.
The ceiling.
Yes.
At the collision point, the crossing point. Okay. And now here, you could see an animation of something which you are very used with, okay? How the resonators are working, because people do not understand, okay? We have a circle, but how do we get energy on the circle, okay? And here, this was stolen from circle, okay? Not many things, you will see. But some of them we have to take from them. So this is the racing, you know very well. And then comes the animation for the acceleration. Now, the message of this second section of our Earth's corner can be seen there. And now, let's start from here. I completely agree with what you presented in your presentation. It was a very nice one. But don't miss one point. If the young people do not come here before going to CERN, they will not understand anything.
Young Romanian.
Come on, I know how also the other. It's true? Also Germans. And if Germans, then everybody. Okay? Now,
So you were here before.
Kai is one of the main supporters for us.
But sending,
We know each other
sending
from-
Germans here?
30 years?
Yes, 30 years. So, we started here with this ionization chamber. This was used in low energy physics, where we search for deep inelastic collisions, another one from Daisy, but in heavy ion collisions. So this is large dissipative collisions. You inject a lot of energy in the colliding nuclei. This is a fixed target experiment. So here is a real size. Everything will go in a housing box like there. This is in gas. This is a gas window. This is in vacuum. So combining different signals from the anode, you could have access to identify heavy ions where they are charged. Another point is you have the charge, you have the energy from energy loss here, but you need also the mass. And for the mass, you need time of flight. And the precursors of the resistive plate counters have been parallel plate avalanche detectors. So we had one because this was a DC machine, no time resolution like we have in other machine which accelerate in bunches. We have a start parallel plate avalanche counter and a stop one. And then you find with this detector position, you have the flight path, you have the difference in time, you have the velocity. And by energy and velocity, using non-relativistic formula, very simplistic one, you have the mass. Okay? Now, what happens if you increase the energy? This doesn't work yet. And then you come with the idea to have proportion counters, plastic integrators. And here is one sample. So we have a proportion counter with a resistive wire, and it affects the plastic integrator. The light is led out at both ends. Now this is a hands-on experiment. The guys could come here, we have a high voltage source, and now you see the signals produced by cosmos. It's triggered by one end, and then you see the signal on the other one. Now, if they are students, you could put this on a persistent board, and then you have an area where the signals come from. And then you can ask them to calculate the effective velocity in the plastic. If they don't answer, they don't go to CERN.
If we are from the funding agency, what you have for us?
And now here, for the little ones, before having this, we had these scopes. John knows very well, 50 years ago. And then you have a spot. Now, in order to identify high energy, you need magnetic field. What is that? Lorentz force. Okay, not for the kids, but for those which have been sitting in the last rows. If they don't answer, it's a problem. And then they have a magnet, okay, and they go here. They change polarity. Și acum trecem la contribuția noastră la Alice. Noi am construit și testat 25% din acest subdetector, n-aveți timp acum să ne explic. Real size, chamber e ăsta. Aici se poate vedea mai puțin cu spotul ăsta. Alea sunt firele de la electrodul multifilar. Acolo se produc semnalele și induc în aceste peduri. Asta e fiecare celulă de detecție. Sunt mii de celule pe o singură cameră și noi avem vreo 540 de camere. Și pe aici se preiau semnale. So you need but you need a detector which could sustain high interaction rate. And then you have been forced to replace the multi-wire proportional chambers, without chambers for PPC, via GEM technology. Now this is also real size, GEM or rock. People look here and you could expect that there is a bed plane like here, but here they don't see anything. It's a layer of cover. And here we have a microscope which shows which is the structure of these foils. And helped with the other roll-up, you could explain how the acceleration, multiplication of electrons take place, and at the end, which is the performance in PID. And here on this monitor, you can follow all of the activities during the assembling and testing of these detectors. Now, as you mentioned, we have to continue our R&D in parallel with the physics which we do with the existing detectors. And here we developed two new generation of detectors. This is a two-dimensional position-sensitive RPC. Here is the electronics, how it evolves. I'm very happy now. This is made completely by resource. Okay, and this is the front-end electronics for this detector, which not too many people know about. The pads are split on diagonal. And playing with the way in which you pair the triangular pads, you could have position information also across the wires. Such a good precision that you see the wire on which the avalanche took place. And this is our proposal for LE3 for large rapidity. But here we have a problem with our Italian colleagues because they want to build a detector based only on silicon. So I can tell you, if they have this strategy, it will not impact on this update. Now here we said that we have, this is live connection with our labs in the department. And the idea was that some visitors, of course, students or some colleagues from other fields, researchers, they are operated. They could be operated by the students, okay? And they learn a lot. And here we have 3 layers of RPCs. And here you see the signals. We have also some noise because there are many mobiles around, you see? Okay. Now the idea at the end is, because this is not frozen, it's not like a museum, that my colleagues will try to implement the software such that in each layer we could reconstruct the position. Now we have 3 layers, we have 3 points, and live on the screen they show the line which goes to 3 points, and they said this is the nuance coming from the cosmic rays. And now, as I said always, if you don't do physics, all these efforts are for nothing. And here are a few segments of physics which you followed in Alice, but of course they are for experts. Then we start for the all categories of visitors, explaining a little bit how the PID is done, how an event takes place. And here we compare, let's say, the phases of strongly interacting matter with the one of water. And now something for children. Here we have a collision, and the children could come here and they could collide. So if you have enough space in your bag, you can pay. Yes, free of charge, not like a sir. Look,
I take note number 2.
many things. Here is the building, our department. This is the team, and then comes what we have done their solutions. Yeah, these by the calculators produced 10 years ago. on the occasion of 60th anniversary. Okay, and then all the others. So this describes our department, this CBM expert.
Okay, thank you so
And we have also personalized pencil. Okay, you have it.
Yeah, I have always all the reference.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Super thanks.
Thank
for
you.
your visit.
Thank you.